my channel. Today I have a very special guest with me. This is Aaron. He is a graduate from Methodist College. We both went to the same universities and we had the same major. One thing about Aaron, he takes really good care of his waves, and a lot of family and friends, they come around, they want to know more do I offer other than just my natural hair treatment. So yes, we do have people out here that know how to treat their hair. So today we're going to be talking with him about his hair regimen, the different brushes he used, the different durags, where he get his durags from, and we're going to have a brush session. So we definitely going to learn how to get these 360 waves on point. So yeah.
Now I have 540 waves. You have different types of wavers. You have 360 wavers, 540s, and 720. Right now in 540s, I just shifted from 360s. So first off, how much you brush translates to how good your waves will be. So if you want better waves, you need to put in the more brush work. Second, get you a durag. When you put on a durag, it's like saving your progress from that brush session. You just had you a nice brush session for about 30 minutes. Put your durag on. What it does is it saves the progress. Make sure you're not tying it too tight. And when you tie your durag, you want your lines in the front to be flat. That avoids the lines. So when you take off your durag, you won't have two red lines sitting in the middle of your forehead.
Okay guys, so let's get into this video. So I'm just going to have different interview questions. Aaron's going to show us his hair regimen and the different products he used, and also his wonderful collection of durags. So let's get started. I definitely want to understand a little bit more about the 360 waves and how it works, and how can you move up levels with your waves. So my first question for you is, what is your hair regimen?
Okay, so starting off with my hair regimen. This is Sport and Waves. You can find this at any beauty supply store, really. You can find it at Walmart, but it's a hair pomade. Get you a basic pomade, and this is what you want to start off to get your waves. It'll get you ripples. It'll start your wave process. Just get you a hot towel, place it on your head until it's nice and soft. After your waves begin to progress and you're done using the pomade, you want to translate to a good moisturizer, because pomades aren't all natural. So I really don't use this anymore. I might use it for some detailed crown work because it has a nice hold, but you definitely want to move to a good moisturizer. This is As I Am Double Buttercream. You can find it at Walmart. This is good stuff. I use it just about daily. This is Hold and Shine Moisture Mist. You can find this at Walmart also. Pure argan oil. I got this from Walmart. It's about $10 for this small bottle, but it lasts a long time. You only use a few drops per session anyway, but it gives your hair shine and all the nutrients that your hair needs to stay. The last product, this is argan oil foaming style lotion. A lot of you might know who the Wave of Poppy Blasted is. He started this wash and go method. This allows you to maintain your hair at longer length. The longer you will also help translate the progress of your waves, how quickly they progress. Getting into the brushes. This is a Wave Enforcer 544. You can find this at a basic beauty supply store or at Walmart. This is the brush that I started off with. It's a medium. Medium brushes are basically your all-around brushes. You want to use a medium when your hair is low, when your hair is long. In the in-between stages, a medium is your go-to. This is a good brush because it really gets down to your scalp and allows your waves to be pulled and stretched out. This is where I started off with. Another good medium is the CQP Crown Quality Products. This is a palm curve. As you can see, the curve, it allows to go with the head of your shape a little bit better and penetrate. As far as the firmness of this brush, it is a little bit more firmer than the 544 Wave Enforcer, but I really use this brush in the shower now that I have the next brush that I'm going to talk to you about. Royalty right here, Royalty 709, is a true medium. They compare it to the classic Diane 8119. The bristles on this, as you can see, versus the Wave Enforcer 544, you see the length of the bristles is much longer. It penetrates your scalp a lot better. It's a 7-row medium by Brush King. A lot of you know, if you're a waver, you already know who the Brush King is. This is the box, and it comes with a hairbrush maintenance guide to help maintain your brushes, because there is a proper way that you're supposed to wash your brush. You do them improperly, of course. This brush is made out of wood, so if I'm to submerge it in water, it'll loosen up my bristles and my brush will lose some of the pull, and that translates to over curling in the waves because you don't have a firm enough brush to lay down your wave. A hard brush, I don't have any with me right now, but that's only for when your hair gets at extremely long lengths. If you use a hard brush too early, you'll be scratching your scalp can bleed. This medium, all around, go-to brush. Last brush I'm gonna talk about is this Torino Pro. Medium Softy. This is also by Brush King. You can find it at brushking.org. This is my favorite brush behind this one because it has that curved shape, and especially being a 540 waver, this point allows me to really do some detailed work on my crown as far as gripping my hair and swirling it. This is my favorite comb, not because of how cool it looks or the different teeth in between, but because of the effects that it has. This is a Conair lift and styling comb. You can find it at Walmart and I believe some beauty supply stores. But as you can see, it has the regular teeth and then it has those even smaller teeth in the middle. So when I'm combing my hair, it allows me to lift my hair and pull it to stretch out my curls. But combing is important for waves because you're lifting your wave. You're confusing your hair, even combing against the grain. When I comb against the grain, it's just to make sure my hair is trained and to help it train better at laying down forward.
Cannot wait to see you take this durag off your hair, Aaron. Like, I already know your waist is laid. And I do want to know about the different durags you have. You do have a nice collection.
My durags, I have all of these durags that I have with me today are silk. I get them from silkcity.city. My black, it's my forest green. I call it my Sprite one because it has yellow stitching. Whenever you get a silky, the durag stitching will always be a different color. But I'm gonna talk about why I wear silkies, not just because of the colors or just to be stylish. A silk durag actually benefits your hair. For example, if you're to use a polyester durag, it takes away from the moisture from your hair. Let's say you had a cotton durag. While you're sleeping overnight, that cotton is just drawing all of the moisture out of your hair. A silk or satin durag allows for the moisture to stay sealed. And by the way, this is my champagne. This is my favorite behind my lavender that you'll see later. This is a hot pink. This is my honey mustard and my lavender. And on my head, I have my teal.
And I will make sure I will leave all that information in the comment section below so you guys can know exactly where he purchased his durags at.
And they're sponsored by ASAP Ferg. So they have even ASAP Ferg Customs, but they have a lot up there, more than I just showed you. And this isn't all my durags, but I just bought a few of my favorites.
Nice. So now I think it's time to get to that brush session. What do you think?
Definitely.
Alrighty. You took really good care of your hair. When's the last time you got a cut?
I got a cut it'll be a week on Friday, so I got a cut on Friday. But before you start brushing, you definitely want to get you a mirror because I want to reflect the light. When you're brushing in the mirror, you're gonna have to look at your angles to make sure that you're brushing correctly. So whenever you're brushing, and then you don't want to tie your durag too tight to avoid that line. I had that problem sometimes, but when you're brushing, you definitely want to make sure that you're hitting your angles correctly. Especially shifting to a 540 position. My crown is a swirl and the rest of my hair is in the 360 pattern. So you have a 720 crown with 360 waves. That's why they call them 540s. But you definitely want to make sure all your angles are right. This brush is a medium, and last time I got a haircut, I cut it down to a two guard with the grain. Sometimes I'll get it against the grain cut, but maintaining your waves is all about brushing. And as you can see, this medium feels really nice because it's getting down to my scalp.
I did have a question. With you having such a coarse hair texture, how did you get your hair to look so fine?
Using whatever works best for me, but also keeping it as laid as possible and combing. Combing really allowed my waves to stretch out, give the effect that my hair is straighter than it really is. Brush with my softy, my medium softy with the curve to show you how that helps penetrate my crown a little bit better. See, the tip from this brush allows my crown for me to really get up in there and swirl it. And it's all about, you don't want to switch up your angles. As you can see, I'm brushing in the same stroke every time. If I'm brushing like this, you don't want to start brushing like this because you'll cause forks. A fork in your hair is, that's a fork. That's where your wave connection isn't fully connected and it meets a break in the road. That's why they call it a fork. But before I shift it to 540s. My 360 pattern only had about 2 forks, but I wanted my crown to really close in some more. So that's the main thing that pushed me to shift to 540s. And right now it's just progressing till I'm flawless. To finish off your brush session, get you a plastic bag.
A plastic bag?
A plastic bag. It originated in prison. They call it the prison method. I don't know what it is, how it affects your hair, but it lays down all the frizz. So if your waves have a problem with frizz, get you a plastic bag. I don't know how, but it lays it down. Don't ask me. I don't make up the rules. I just follow them. But after my plastic bag and lay down my hair fully, I'll get my argan oil for shine and everything. Give me a little bit. And it only takes a few drops. I drop it onto the plastic bag. Maybe 4 or 5 drops. Rub it together. And as you can see, it gives your hair that shine. Another winter, cause I'm finter. Drop knowledge like a 5%er. Fuck the build a bird, nigga, show 'em God sent you. Rhyme with the skill, as if now. Just remember, the better you want your waves to look, brush. That's all it is. And when you're done with your brush session, get you a durag. I prefer silky. silkcity.city. Line it up with your forehead. And the whole time, some people bring it around and bite it. I can do it with like just holding it down. But keep your strings flat the whole way around. Keep your strings flat. That avoids getting the lines in your forehead. Keep it flat the whole time. Tie it in the back while it's flat. Not too tight. Acting just like they were. But who am I to judge? That's neither here nor there. Just know I know my nigga. I just like being aware. If I had one wish, you win the money.
It's that easy.
How to get 360 waves.
Alright. Thank you so much.
I woke up thinking about bands. Hop over jet to a check when I land. My bitch too foreign in the visa. I don't need her. Pull a drop top with a eater. 2-seater. New bitch wanna fuck in my AP.